The house that hurts my clients over 50 the most is the one that was built specifically for them. I've been selling homes for a long time, and somewhere along the way, I noticed that my worst phone calls, the tearful ones, the we have to get out of this ones, almost never come from young buyers. Young buyers have time to outgrow a mistake. My clients over 50 don't. When you buy at 55, you're probably making the last or second to last housing decision of your life. On an income that's about to become fixed, with a body that has its own plans for the next 20 years. The margin for error is thin, and the industry knows it, and the industry does not care. So today I'm going to name 5 specific types of homes I quietly steer my over 50 clients away from. And I'll tell you what I see at inspections and closings that most agents won't say out loud. The 5th one is the one buyers actually argue with me about. Not politely either. Stay for that one because it's the mistake people make out of love, which is exactly why nobody talks them out of it. Let's start with the house that looks perfect. Number 1, the brand new home in a 55-plus community. The active adult resort with the clubhouse, the pickleball courts, the lawn care included. On paper, this is the retirement product. That's the problem. It's a product. Here's what fails you. Those low monthly fees you're quoted on day one are set by the developer who controls the homeowners association until the community sells out. Developers keep fees artificially low to move houses, then they hand the books over to the residents, and reality arrives. The fees climb, and they keep climbing, right through the years when your income stops growing. You bought a fixed lifestyle on a fixed income, and only one of those stayed fixed. But the insider part is resale. By law, these communities restrict who can live there, which means when you sell, most of the buying public is legally excluded from bidding on your house. And worse, as long as the builder is still building, you're competing against a brand new version of your own floor plan 2 streets over, with builder incentives you can't match. I've watched sellers sit on the market for months inside a hot community because the sales office down the road was quietly undercutting them. Why don't more agents say this? Because builders pay agent bonuses to bring buyers in. Nobody gets a bonus for walking you out. Number 2, the retreat on acreage, the little farmhouse on 5 acres, the mountain cabin, the peace and quiet you've been promising yourself since your 40s. Here's what I see at inspections on rural properties. Over and over, deferred maintenance everywhere. The roof that got patched instead of replaced, the fence line gone soft, the barn nobody's opened in years. And here's the uncomfortable question I want you to sit with. Who's usually selling that house? Someone in their 70s who couldn't keep up with it anymore. You are looking at your own future, and it's listed at asking price. Acreage is a part-time job. Mowing, plowing, wells, septic systems, long driveways, all of it either your labor or your money, and past 60, it converts from labor to money fast. Add the practical piece nobody puts in the listing. How far is the nearest real hospital? Because after 55, that number starts to matter more than the view. And when your 10 to 15-year window closes and it's time to sell, your buyer pool is thin. Most people shopping for acreage are younger buyers with more energy than cash, and they negotiate like it. If you want land, rent the view. Take the vacation. Don't marry the maintenance. Number 3, the fixer-upper. The good bones house you'll renovate into your dream home. I'll tell you a small, dirty secret about my industry. Agents love showing project houses to buyers over 50 because you're often the ones with cash, and cash closes fast on houses that can't pass a lender's scrutiny. Good bones is the most profitable phrase in real estate, and it's doing a lot of load-bearing work. Pun fully intended. Here's why it fails you specifically. A serious renovation almost always runs long and runs over. Plan on it costing meaningfully more and taking meaningfully longer than any bid you're shown. If you're 35, a 2-year renovation is an inconvenience. If you're 60, it's a real percentage of your best remaining years spent living in a construction site, fighting with contractors, writing checks out of the money that was supposed to protect you later. I have clients, lovely people, who bought a project house at 58. They're in their 60s now. The kitchen is beautiful. The upstairs is still plywood. That's not a horror story. That's the median story, the insider detail. At inspections, I watch what the inspector lingers on. On a fixer, it's never the cosmetics you fell in love with fixing. It's the electrical panel, the plumbing stack, the foundation, the invisible six figures. Buy done. At this stage of life, done is the luxury. Number 4, and this one has changed a lot recently. The older condo building, the downsizer's classic, elevator doorman, lock and leave. Since the condo collapse in Florida a few years back, everything shifted. Lenders and regulators started demanding that buildings actually fund their repairs instead of kicking the can. And decades of kicked cans are now coming due. Owners in older buildings are getting hit with special assessments, surprise bills for structural work, sometimes 5 figures per unit, sometimes more, landing precisely on retirees who budgeted for a fixed monthly fee. Now the part almost nobody outside the business talks about. Major lenders keep internal lists of condo buildings they won't write mortgages in. Buildings with weak reserves, pending litigation, too much deferred maintenance. Those lists are not public. You will not find them on any listing site. But if your building lands on one, your future buyers can't get a loan, which means when you sell, you're selling to cash investors at a discount. Your agent may not even know until a deal falls apart. Before you buy any condo, demand the reserve study and the last 2 years of board minutes and actually read them. The minutes are where the building tells the truth. If the board's been arguing about a roof for 3 years, you're buying the roof. And number 5, the one people argue with me about, the house you're buying to be near the grandkids. I know, I can feel some of you reaching for the comments already. Hear me out, because this is the only item on this list where I've sold the same house twice. Once to the grandparents, and then again for the grandparents. 3 years later, after their son's company moved him 2 states away, here's the cold math under the warm feeling. Your adult children are in the most mobile stretch of their careers. Promotions, layoffs, remote work, a spouse's job. Any of it can move them, and none of it will consult you first. When you buy a house purely for proximity, you've anchored the biggest asset you own to somebody else's career decisions. And when they leave, you're not just selling a house, you're selling it on a deadline, emotionally wrecked in whatever market happens to exist that year. Deadline sellers get deadline prices. Every agent knows what a motivated seller is worth, and it isn't full price. I'm not telling you not to move near your family. I'm telling you how to do it. Rent there for a year first. A lease is a 1-year commitment to somebody else's life. A mortgage is a 15-year one. If the kids are still there in a year, buy a house you'd want even if they left. That's the test. If the house only makes sense with them in it, it's not a house, it's a bet. So what should you buy? After all these warnings, here's the boring, unglamorous answer I give my own family. Buy a modest single-story home, or one with a real bedroom and full bath on the main floor, in an ordinary mixed-age neighborhood, not a retirement product. A regular street where your future buyer can be anyone, a young family, a downsizer. That's what protects your resale. Buy newer mechanicals over prettier finishes. A dated kitchen is a choice. A dying furnace is a bill. At an inspection, I'd trade granite countertops for a 10-year-old roof every single time. And so should you. Buy within 15 or 20 minutes of a real hospital on a lot you can maintain in an afternoon with a step-free way into the house. Because the stairs you barely notice at 55 are the reason people call me in tears at 75 and buy smaller than you can afford. Every dollar you don't bury in the house stays liquid for the years when you'll want options more than square footage. Notice the pattern in everything we just covered: the 55-plus community, the acreage, the project house, the condo, the grandkids' house. None of them fail because they're ugly or overpriced. They fail because they quietly cost you the 3 things you can least afford to lose after 50: your cash flow, your energy, and your exit. The right house for the next 20 years isn't the one that thrills you at the open house. It's the one that stays easy to live in, easy to pay for, easy to leave. Thrilling is for vacations. Boring is for home.